Alright everyone, welcome back to another video. Sorry, I had to turn my mic. So, I wasn't intentionally trying to record, which is why you see me in the replays. I was just playing the Chi-Ri, a Japanese late World War II tank. Just chilling, and I got a fantastic match on North Holland, so I figured may not have gone in it while recording, but I figured, why not go into replay and shown, and it's not like other content creators do this too, like Defin. He's posted replays before, so I feel fair game. Sorry for not recording in a while. I've just been busy doing things and personal things, and I've just wanted to get those out of the way first. But finally upgraded my computer, so that's good. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Chi-Ri is a fantastic tank. It's a ton of fun. So I'm over here. Got a Comet behind me, a Strop 74. That Strop's gonna go over there to the bank. But what's going through my mind, and I feel like I knew going down there could get me a few kills. I didn't figure that the flank would come out this well. If I sit here on C, figure, get a cap, because I'm trying to grab the Japan tech tree right now. So I'm over here, trying to get points, and I was just trying to play the SBAA, and just, shoot down on new planes. I like playing the SBA role. I find it personally enjoyable. So I was like, get a few kills, leave with the Chi-Ri, and then go SBA. So that way I have enough spawn points for, the SBA and back up if needed. But after I get the cap, I figured I'm going to get shot here and die because I get T-boned by the Comet. Then I continue to head down. I have this Crusader 2 with me, Straub. Enough to get the job done. If I run into one, got it. Now, the nice thing about the Chi-Ri, not a lot of people know, is you already have one round in the chamber, right, when you spawn in. Then, you have a 2 round ready rack that one ace can load 1 round in 3.3 seconds. To my knowledge, fastest reload in the game that I've ever seen. If I pull up on here, you have a low level Puma right here. A VK, prototype panther that I originally wanted to take out. I didn't notice this T-345 on the right. Could have very well ended me right here. And then the T-345 pulls up right here, so I'm like, I really want to take all these guys out. But, I try to pull up here to get this VK out, and then I see the Puma shoot. And then I back up the wall. Look at the Puma, get him back up, and then I get shot with the T-345. Then that's when I notice him, and then I go tap him, right there, as you see. If he had one less round right there, that wouldn't have done one shot to me. And then the Puma shoots me, so he's right there. Pumas are annoying. If you're a working player, I hate them. I'm pretty sure you may hate them as well. I don't like them. They're annoying. You're fighting someone else, and they just get up behind you and they just shoot you in the butt. That's GG's for me. But I figured I'm gonna wait right here. I'm gonna play this cautiously. I do free look. I check this corner first. I see someone right there. Tricks on me. So I'm just like, screw it. I want this Puma dead. I shoot him once. Only take his breach when he got it. I use the Hall gun right there. Sucks. And then I see this one right here, so I'm like, okay. And then as I go to the corner, I see the 122. Take him out. But I hear a ton of people around me, so I'm like, I'm gonna back up into this corner, shoot anyone that comes by, and just turn my engine on. Get a few ratty kills right here. So just sit right here and chill. As you can see, there's an IS-2 right here. It's trying to come back for revenge. Another T-345 too. They're coming up here. They're trying to look for me. Can I not click on their names? And then you know you have 2 air in there. A lot of people around here right now. Engine off. I'm gonna see right here. So I didn't know they actually went by me right here. I thought they were actively looking for me. So I still have my engine off. I don't want them to hit me. I'm very low on battery. I'm here looking around. I hear someone coming. I free looked and I saw that VK come right there. So I turned the turret very quickly. I get hit right through the side panel into the turret basket. Really nice shot, and I really enjoy the Cheery. It's a good tank in my opinion. Very solid. Like most of the Japanese tanks, if you're free to play, it's gonna be a pain to get through. But once again, to like rank 3, it's enjoyable. You have guns that will pen. But I go through there. I'm like, cool. I'm gonna get behind them now. I see all these caps. So all the enemies have to pull forward. I pull forward. I see right there, 2 of them, and then I get bombed. That guy looks like a, whatever the 5KB 500 or an SC 250, that thing huge. But I saw, you know, that Panzer in that VK, so I'm like, cool, I'm gonna take him out. Then I think other people on my right hear engines actively going off. No one's on my right, but I don't know that. This is replay. When I check my right, I'm like, okay, people have to be over here. I just had the cough from coming out, the sickness. And then I seen Ice too. I think he notices me, so I apparently doesn't. He shoots bushes for some reason. But quickly get the turret around, and I one-shot the Ice too. The rounds for the Cheery, by the way, a lot of explosive filler. Really nice gun. It's really fun to use. And I see here the T-34-85 right. Not very good distinct engine sounds. I didn't know it was a T-34-85 at the time. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go down this way. I think I get him. Not entirely sure. No, I don't. Somehow he doesn't notices me and doesn't take me out. But I know a ton of enemies are down here, so I just push all the way down. I want to take these guys out. See the Panzer 470, shoot him right in the back. And then I see a Tiger West. Want to take that out. So I get back to the turret. Don't want to risk that side shot. Get taken out. And then I go for the Panzer. And that right there is a prime example of why that 2-round ready rack in the 3.3 8-second reload is so potent and so strong with flanks like that. Quick succession. Like a Sherman could pull that off probably, but the 5 seconds. That was a really beautiful flank that, in my opinion, I pulled off. But I'm like, I'm gonna clear the way for my team to get behind, and I did exactly that. Some of that still good. You didn't see me. Coming through into replays like this, and then I see his Tiger. I saw him on the map because there's a lot of the spawn plane on the map, and I take him out. I didn't notice that Stug was even there at the time. I'm shocked it didn't die. But I turned the turret around, or Hall for that matter, because I'm like, okay, I need to get on C. It's probably, it's game over at this point. I want to get extra cap points. Everyone's rushing their point up in the game just then. If I was more aggressive, I could have died at the end there, or taken out the Stug. Who knows? But, also, I do use bushes occasionally, but I had the brown camouflage on, so the bushes weren't on for that match. Don't give me any hate for that. But and there, that match was like 21 minutes. I don't know how the replay went through it in like 9. I don't know how I went through the replay in 9 minutes. But you know, I also did an opening for minutes. So I was like an 8-minute replay. But I'll do like a little overview real quick of why I think the Cheery is good. It's mainly like playing Japan. It teaches you positioning, when to peek and where to shoot enemies, and where to place yourself. Because in Japan, and if you see this, I bought this when I got into rank 4. Now, if there's one vehicle I hate, I'll allow myself to grind out one vehicle once a week with it. I don't want to, use it to grind my whole way through. But you can see, like, the Chia Kai, like, all these guns suck. Like, 75 mils a pen, like, in the after pen isn't even that good. Like 55, 21. It's awful. And then, you get the Horo and the Hogo experimental with the strong guns, which aren't even all that strong for that matter. Cool. Then, you get all these, which, they suck too. And then you get in the rank 3, which you have a decent gun. But the more important thing that I'm yet to show is the armor. The armor, BR-wise, isn't that good. A Panzer IV has 80 millimeters of front armor. So, like, this has less armor than a Panzer IV. And at 3.7, the Panzer IV-H, if that's their BR, yeah, that should be their BR, has a better gun and better armor. The mobility, I would say, is worse. Japan has good mobility. So, that's why I think playing Japan is a good nation. Like, I'm an American. I went through all of the US, and I got these on sale for like half off. Like, I got the Wolf Pack for cheap. I got this for cheap, and I sold event vehicles, so I got 2 of them for free, which was fantastic. And then my air tech tree is all grinded out too. But the point being is, I went through Germany too. But I would say for like a second nation for you to grind out and play, if you're a ground main, do Japan. It would teach you very valuable skills when it comes to a ground player. Me playing it, I've improved a lot because it's no longer you have a good vehicle, because you play the Panzer IV or the Shermans and you think the Shermans suck, and then you go to Japan and you realize how good those tanks are. It's just you suck as a player. But then it forces you the tank forces you to play around the tank. So if you're forced to play around the vehicle more, position yourself correctly and all this, you're more likely to play better. Because you're not going to be as risky, because you can't afford, to get shot. You're going to get one shot killed. Even the Cheery has bad armor. Heck, even the STA-1, which is a good tank, got an extra 50 horsepower like 2 updates ago. It has bad armor. This Sherman is terrible armor. It's over BR. Like, the only good tanks I would say you really get are like, the Jackson, the Bulldog, Type 61. Like, the SPAs you get here are good too. You get the Chaffee, which is another good tank, the Cheery. But all the other tanks I would say suck. Like, Chi-Nu and Chi-2, they're good tanks, but it's like BR for BR, they suck. And I'm not trying to drag on the video. I'm just giving my opinion on why, Japan makes you a better player. And I just showed you earlier, a few minutes ago, the pen of these low BR tanks. They're awful. Like, this 41 is their starting round, and heat sucks. Early heat is awful, but I used it just so I can actually penetrate things. But the muzzle velocity 350, it's very bad. Even when you get to the Chi-Nu, like, it's usable. You get decent pen, for 3.3. That's actually pretty decent. But still, your armor, your mobility isn't that good. And your reload rate's another thing about Japan, too. Compared to the other nations, you do not have a fantastic reload rate, even aced. You have to watch out for that, too. Like, with the American tanks you get, they're pretty good. I really like the Bulldog. That's a phenomenal tank. But point is being, play Japan. It will make you a way better player than how you already are. But back to the Cheery, because I got sidetracked. Even the Cheery at 5.0, terrible armor. Like a Sherman, 3.7 Sherman that knows what he's doing. Or even, a Panzer IV player at 3.7 that actually has eyes. They could take you out rather easily. But so that's what I mean by the armor. Like the mobility of the Cheery once you get, spaded is pretty good in my opinion. It's not a light tank, but for a heavy tank or medium tank, this thing, feels like a heavy tank. It's big like a heavy tank, but it plays more like a medium. But it's a huge tank. This gun is kind of but it really teaches you how to play better and position yourself. And that's why I really like it. Phenomenal tank. And then you get 3 rounds that you can I'm not even aced. I'm only expert, and that's a 3.7 second reload. I'm pretty sure this tank has the fastest reload in the entire game. Like for a non-auto cannon. Like in Japan has a 4-second reload, top tier. Like their reload rates is phenomenal. I would say it's worth grinding out, but even Japan top tier, it has no armor. Like I would suggest playing an Abrams, which the Abrams, people say is a crappy tank in War Thunder, when really, in my personal opinion, they have skill issues. The Abrams is not a forgiving tank, and it is a really hard tank to play. It's the exact same way like how low tier Japan is. You can't expose yourself because you have that turret neck that will get you killed, especially with the turret basket up. Air quote nerf. Like I know I'm ranting for 7 minutes in the hangar, but I really want to talk about this because I have actually I was planning on 20 minutes. I have 3 extra minutes to burn because I was gonna do the runtime of the replay, but we got through it, so I was like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna do extra runtime. The Cheery. I actually initially started grinding Japan because I just wanted the Cheery. I wanted this really, goofy tank that I saw at the time. It gets 2 guns. You can bait using the second one, like how you can with the mouse and whatnot. And now I just want the Type 10. Or, well, technically the TKX. The TKX is better. You get the Dozer blade, which saves you a lot of the time. But if you're hearing this part, I just did a long rant. And if I don't edit the video, well, obviously there's a jump to this bit. Because we're coming up on 30 minutes, and only 9 of it was actual gameplay. But I just went through a long rant, and I'm probably editing this. But just went through a long rant to this part. And I like if the gameplays you saw was only 9 minutes, I don't want to upload a video that's 20 minutes long and only have 9 minutes of it be gameplay. But in case this gets edited out, please grind the R2Y2s. I hate seeing good vehicles be removed, even if they are fictional, and make them, veteran owned, if you will. Like what they did with the Panther 2, which could be added back as an event vehicle, just, differently because of the turret. But that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the vehicle. Sorry, my brain, I'm hungry and my brain's, feels like it's shutting down. This is probably a 15-minute video. I'm going to edit a crap out of this and just do, just go through it all and just do a huge bit. And just take out a huge portion. I really only want this to be 20-15 minutes, but it's gotten out of hand. I've been ranting for 30 minutes straight. Well, that's not true. 20 or so minutes. But thank you all for tuning in. I hope everyone has had a fantastic day and you enjoyed the video. I appreciate you guys. If you've watched to the end, I really appreciate it. God bless. And I hope you guys will come back for another video. Comment down below what tank you want me to play, and if I own it, I'll play it. Especially since no one barely comments. You know, I'm probably bound to play it. So, I hope you all have a fantastic day. Enjoyed the video. Please remember to like and subscribe. If you dislike, it's still an interaction on the video. I couldn't really care less. I'm mostly doing this as a hobby. But I really appreciate you all tuning in. I'll see you all next time. Peace out.